Hello, everyone. Ben Ikari. Um, there is this issue, call it story, news, development um, that happened recently in Niger Republic, and that's what I'm trying to speak briefly about. First, the West, whether it is America, whether it is the UK, whether it is France, whichever country of the West, whether it is Europe, even Russia and China, what they have to understand is that Africa can never stay the same forever and forever and forever. If they have been using the old-time politicians to achieve their aims and objectives to the detriment of Africa, if that lasted for these many years, call it over 60 years after independence, so called, because you don't give independence to a people who already existed in a place. I don't care about their new words, grammar, but the point is this: Niger Republic concluded that it was condescending, it was disrespectful, inhumane for the American government to send a team, a delegation, to come to Niger Republic for a meeting, whatever they call it, without actually giving the government of Niger Republic heads up, without telling them what the meeting was for, who were coming for the meeting, and things of that nature. Just basic mutual respect in terms of diplomacy, diplomatic relations, where you, in a Georgia environment or situation, you tell your counterpart, you tell the other country, this is what we are planning to do, and this is how we are planning to do it, and this is when we are planning to do it, and this is who is coming and who is not coming. But in this case, the Niger Republic, which has been kind of left, kind of abandoned by the West, by America, after the country took a sovereign decision, because of course we have to understand one thing: sovereignty is for the people. It is for the people. It doesn't matter how big any Western government think or claim they are. It doesn't matter how small any country in Africa is or anywhere in the world. There is that respect for sovereignty. Sovereignty is very important. It tells you that this is you, this is who you are, this is your country, this is your territory, and you have right control over it. No one, no country, no government, no power, no force other than you, your government, your people, have control over your sovereign territory. So, Niger Republic was abandoned in the wake of the coup, which ousted former President Bazoum, considered to be a Western puppet. He, like previous presidents, allowed agreements that are not in the best interest of Nigerians. And so after the United States abandoned and sanctioned Niger Republic for the coup, even though about 80% of the people of Nigerians welcomed it, celebrated it, participated in it, and are still behind it to this day, the military government haven't chased France out. France and its military. And so America has this drone program there, drone manufacturing plant, and its military base there. The base has been there, although the American government claim is there for counter-terrorism. I mean, for me, I just wonder why you cannot keep your own military in your country to fight whatever counter-terrorism if you don't have ulterior motives. Why leave your own country and spread tentacles, spread your bases all over the world, and especially now in Africa? Although not today, it's been a couple of years back, 29 of them about. And then these bases are there. Terrorism, rebel, you call it, gangs are just all over the Sahel. Part of the action of America in Libya, when former President Obama led NATO to unlawfully invaded Libya and killed Gaddafi. All the arms and all of that, free for all in Libya, armed groups took them, and the whole of the Sahel blown into danger. America has been there all this while. Nothing has stopped. The French have been there, all in the name of fighting terrorism, while at the same time influencing and taking away resources to the detriment of the African people. And so the Niger government felt the manner in which America disrespected the people, the government, the land was unbearable. It was so outrageous, to the extent that the team that came did not even allow for a sort of even-handed discussion. The Niger government felt it was wrong for the American team to try to dictate for her or for them who to be friends with, who to be in a bilateral or multilateral relationship with, who to sell to. I mean, who to have agreement with. The usual American way of, imposing his wish or wishes on other people, dictating to other people what to do, how to live. And then if you refuse, it will sanction you. They will sanction you because everything transactionally is in dollars. They sanction you. They can even freeze your money. All right? They try to accuse Niger Republic of dealing with Iran, maybe wanting to sell uranium to Iran, having relationship with Russia and China and all of that. But if I recall clearly, it was just last year that America was still buying uranium from Russia. It was also buying oil from Russia, even though at the same time it was giving arms to Ukraine to counter the unlawful invasion by Russia. So America is doing business with whoever it wants to do business with. America is allying Israel and even paying Israel to commit more genocide. Even as I speak, America is ready, as reports have it. Biden is willing, ready to give more arms, what billions, warplanes, and things of that nature to Israel to kill some more, to decimate Gaza while pretending is seeking for peace. So, long story short, Niger Republic decided to stop its military relationship with America and ordered the troop should be withdrawn immediately. That process is, of course, ongoing. But what an insult that America, the same people you sanctioned last year up till now, the same people you ignored and called names and thought they were going to die and disappear from the surface of the earth because you have everything and without you, no one else in Africa can survive. You turn around and try to broker a relationship that they will not even benefit. America don't go anywhere, they're not going to have upper hand. That's why they're at war, kind of war of wars with China. China might be doing its own thing against America. America is also doing its own thing against China. But because China is doing a different thing in Africa that America has not done, no European country has done 60 years after so-called independence. China is a rival. China is an enemy. Yet you stayed in Africa all these years, for decades, without anything to show for it, only to mobilize and organize, execute coups when you like. Leaders, presidents you don't like, presidents that are for the people, that you don't think represent your selfish interest, you will oust. All right? American companies, American government, all over Africa, taking African resources to the detriment of the Africans. Africa is known as poor. It's known as sick. It's known as backward. But you're not telling the people, the world, why. You're not telling them the role you are playing to bring that about. Even in the face of abundant natural mineral resources in Africa. So if you leave the people alone, if you leave the government alone, the people to choose the government of their choice and execute their self-determination and sovereignty, Africa would do better. If Africans come to America and do better, you have some of the best doctors, engineers, you name it. Africans can do better at home. But just let the people be. Let Africans be. What kind of democracy do you claim you are when no other country, no other group, no other people survive or even get anywhere close to you? If they try and you don't brush them down immediately, work against them, then they're your enemies. Why can't Niger Republic sell its uranium to whoever it wants to when you can buy from whoever you want to buy from? When you can sell arms and give arms and do whatever to whoever you want to do it with? What makes you think you have right over Niger Republic or any other African country? And you claim you're a democracy. I have said it before, even more often. Democracy is about equality. It's about respect. Okay? It's about mutual understanding. It's about justice. It's about freedom. It's about self-determination. Okay? So, spreading military bases all over Africa negates the concept, the principle of self-determination and sovereignty. Because, of course, America will not allow any African country, assuming they have what it takes, to put a base anywhere near America, not to talk of in America. France will not allow. No European country would allow. UK would not allow it. So why keep spreading your tentacles all over Africa? Why? Violence is there. Of course, there's nowhere in the world that there's no violence. But violence is there because of all this divide. Just leave the people alone. Nigerians are right to ask you to withdraw your military out of the place. And I challenge other African countries to do the same. There's no reason American military should occupy one wing of the Ghana airport. The Ghana government don't know whatever is going in there and what's coming in or coming out. Whatever crime committed by an American soldier cannot be tried in Ghana. And all of that, all those uneven-handed agreements. And I wonder why all these so-called African leaders, no, scratch that, not leaders, African puppets and rulers allow such agreements. Agreement that you see is obviously not in your best interest. But you accept it. For what? For chicken dollars? When you have the resources to back up your money, if you don't lack the wisdom, the management wisdom, the proper decision-making tools to be able to put things in order and put Africa on the path that it should be, why must Africa be the richest in resources and have about 1.4, 1.5 billion people, has the most youthful population anywhere in the world, and has the most arable land, yet it is struggling, it is considered poor, begging alms from the West. The West imposed sanctions on you Africans when it wants, and you go around begging. What happened to the Africa of old? Why must the Africa of old be better than the Africa today? Even with this technology that Africans are also playing important roles. Niger Republic, congratulations. Never change that decision. It is best for your people. It is best for Africa because Africa must assert its self-determination and sovereignty. Burkina Faso, thank you. Mali, thank you. And all other African countries standing up. Please join hands because that's the only way forward. Join hands because if you are under one roof, under one government, the West will not take you for a ride. It will try, but it will not take you for a ride because you're not gonna want to deal with the West by saying you want to fight the West for anything. No, just sense. Nobody should tell anybody that Africans are not sensible. Nobody should tell anybody that Africans are not smart or Africans cannot do. No, Africans can do. Just allow the people to be. If they don't assert themselves and stand for their people and do the right things, you say they are dumb. You say they are weak. You say they are dummies. You say they are shithole countries. Then when they stand for themselves and take their own decision and want to do business with whoever they want to do business with, just like you are doing business with whoever you want to do business with, you say they are traitors. What the heck? Just stop it, America. Africa must continue to rise. Thank you, Ben Ikari.